Welcome, guys, for another episode of Not for Broadcast. So last episode, what were we doing? Oh, Jeremy went crazy. But I do agree with him though. Like, media needs to be neutral all the time. They can't be manipulating people. And I think it was like the last, before Jeremy went crazy, that last show. There was like, or maybe it was that one. I can't remember. But last episode, they were like showing up like, we tried to manipulate like people like, this is a good thing, this is a bad thing, and all that stuff. You gotta be neutral. All right, we're continuing this. 297. Tape to remember. Yeah. Shock from what you saw on the news last night. What you had to edit on the news last night. You come downstairs, you find Mama sat in the living room waiting for you. Yeah, Jeremy shot himself. We were so worried about you last night, about after Jeremy with the gun. Sam chokes down a sob. It was awful. On national television. How could he do that? And now, after a horrible pause, Sam finally asked, "Are you okay, honey?" I can't believe he's gone. He was a character. That you chose to play the tape. They paused before continuing, and I couldn't help but wonder why. It seemed like the right thing to do. Yeah, it seemed like it. Disrupt are bad people. Can't believe you did that. Do you even think about how this stuff affects people? Oh god. Right. I mean, I think you were in an impossible situation and somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you, having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did. I'm proud of your choice. Take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's all a lot to take in. Process what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think about it at all. You sigh and absent-mindedly turn on the TV. It's nice you've at least got some company. The TV is playing through some old Western show, but it's not quite as distracting as you'd hope. You were never going to please everyone. That's true. You can never please everyone. You will always have haters. That's a lot. That's like a month or two. A holiday update. Alright. Oh, we got a postcard from Susie. I hope she's having fun on her trip. Sam reads it aloud and finishes getting ready for work. So I've seen what feels like most of Rackista. Really cool place, but so cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. Before you say anything, yes, you were right to make me pack the extra pair of socks. Sam gives you a small kick under the table. Next, we got the train to Onislava. Much warmer and loads of beach and loads of music. I stayed here forever, but had to San Palmerino before it got too cold. And I'm so glad we did. We've probably got one or two more stops before we heading home, but I'll be back in time for Christmas, I promise. Hope everyone's doing well. Love, Susie, XXX. Sounds like it's been a hell of a trip. Worth every penny. Alright. Oh, okay. What's gonna happen this time? We didn't show someone. Maybe I should have went to commercial after that. Maybe I should have showed it. I don't know. I mean, it is a news channel. Maybe, yeah, I should have. Process is already gone. It's already done. I can't change it. But I don't know. During that time, we didn't have a lot of choice. It was just like, we gotta go commercial or not. I was just like, I don't know what to do. But we had to make a choice. Alright, come on. This thing is loads so slow. That's what I've noticed. I think it's because I don't know. Oh, I thought it crashed. 20-week war?
Alex, Bozeman, your boss. We're expecting deplorables from Disrupt to hack the signal tonight. Perhaps you could leave your personal beliefs at home and try not to let them ruin the broadcast. Even if you don't care for the government, I assume you understand you have a vested interest in us staying on the air. Stay out of the orange.
Okay. There's new buttons.
So, Julia's team have asked me to ask you to keep it light.
Well, what does that mean?
It means do that thing you do where you turn politicians into humans. Just don't
We
get
got
drawn
new
into talking
buttons.
about the war, or politics in general. Really.
They do know this is the news, don't they?
You didn't hear this from me, but apparently there's a crew at Team HQ right now. I think she's giving a speech or something tonight. They'll get it on their labels.
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the performing monkey.
Sometimes you sound just like him, you know.
How are you?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I listen to you now.
10 seconds, everybody.
Love dots.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
1, 0.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes
the
on
war
land and
actually
sea
started.
again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Sadly, however, more casualties were reported today, and as the weeks and months of this war make ever more demands on our armed services, those numbers will, tragically, only continue to rise. Don't starve. Advance's food programme moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record time, and the government's agricultural coordination strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity. And judging by the looks on this happy family's faces, it can't come a moment too soon. They'll be getting a good meal tonight on the government, just like the rest of us. 7 days to die. The recent decision to allow those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared an overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has been met with relief by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. The transition centres have reported larger than expected numbers, but report that they are coping well and able to provide a complete and meaningful service to all who choose to use it. Populace. More than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a teen membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight. It's up to the other 89% of us to remind our tardy friends that not taking advantage of all the exclusive services available to cardholders is now, as it should be, absolutely criminal. Start me up. Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Mankipool. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. A representative from the Mankipool Community Cohesion Team described the event as mostly peaceful, but it looks like Disrupt aren't going quietly into the night. And finally, absent friends. Sad news today as the grave of former National Nightly News host Jeremy Donaldson is vandalised by radical Disrupt activists. The much-loved broadcaster suffered a very tragic public breakdown 10 weeks ago in an incident which ultimately cost him his life. Disrupt spokesman Alan James, whose organisation last week named Mr. Donaldson as the cause's first martyr, described the graffiti as a fitting tribute to a hero of the resistance. But first this evening, with the war about to enter its 21st punishing week and people hurting up and down the country, I'll be grilling unpredictable Prime Minister Peter Clement in an exclusive interview from his home in Lancashire. That's coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Keep it in the air, keep it in the air.
In part 2, I'm a little overexcited to announce I'll be interviewing the one and only Lil C. And later we've got a new
Lil
feature
C.
that's sure to keep you coming back for more. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's speaking to us from his home in Lanfordshire. Good evening, Prime Minister. Have we caught you exercising?
Oh, have we started? Yes, that's right, Miss Wolf. Just a few minor adjustments. I mean, nothing drastic. I haven't joined the gym or anything. As my old mum used to say, just because she won't take it up the shit, it doesn't mean you shouldn't try for a quick fiddle up the car park.
Language, Prime Minister.
What? Quick fiddle? What's wrong? Oh, shitter. It's shitter, isn't it? Yep, that's the one.
And can you tell us what brought about this new year?
Well, you know, Mrs. C and I were watching, you know, the night the blockade began, when Jeremy Donaldson, well, you know,
You don't want to instigate.
as I'm sure you all remember, and I were a bit wheezy from all the cigars and all that, and Mrs. C turns to me after the signal dropped away, and she was in flood of tears, and she says, please,
Sorry.
she said, I couldn't go on without you, she said. So I made a decision, and since that day, I have stopped smoking cigars. Except for Christmas. My birthday. Weddings.
That's quick.
Steak
Quick.
dinners. That's what I say. I got this useless Rudy bag which doesn't go anywhere. Apparently, I'm going on a walking holiday this Christmas,
Sorry.
and that should finish me off for bloody good.
Did you make the decision to holiday within the country this winter because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, Mrs. C has never liked travelling at the best of times.
Sorry. God damn,
These
this
are
thing's
certainly
hard.
not the best of times. On that we can all agree. And there's a lot of red tape involved in leaving the territory at the moment, as I'm sure you're all aware. Some of those farmers are bastard long. What? All in it together. Oh yeah. Also, it doesn't seem very advanced to be going abroad when the rest of the country is grounded.
And yet, Julia Salisbury announced today that she'll be visiting Svenland during this year's winter break. Is that really an example of team spirit?
What? Did you know about this, Gail?
No one tells me anything, Peter. You should know that.
What did you know?
Well, leaving that for a moment, it says on this card that a body like yours must take some planning to achieve. What's your morning routine?
Well, I have a frigid morning routine.
Rigid. It's rigid for fuck's sake!
Oh, yeah. A rigid and demanding plan that my doctor and personal trainer...
Who's your personal trainer?
Some prick called Clark. Is that on your card?
I think you might wonder. Prime Minister, speaking of planning, with the blockade in its 20th week and the people of this country reeling from its
Have to,
effects,
like,
what plans do you
just
have to
listen
get
now
us out
who's
of this
talking.
mess?
Not even.
Well, that's a very blunt question, Miss
Surely
Wolf.
one for which you, the democratically elected Prime Minister, must have an answer.
Don't you get smart with me, Pat. I was a fucking national treasure before you were a twinkle in the milkman's scrotum. You want to talk about plans? Let me tell you about plans. That's all we do. Fucking plans and revised plans and then meetings to discuss the implementation of plans and plans and yet more planning for fucking plans and yet more fucking plans.
Well, that's good. That's good to know, Prime
You
Minister.
know, I
So hard. So much stuff
you.
Breath of
going
fresh
on.
air.
But I've been watching you, and you know what? You get more like him every day.
I will take that as a compliment. Prime Minister, later on this evening, your co-leader Julia Salisbury is going to give a national address from team headquarters. Can you give us a hint of what she's going to say?
Yes. Well, I imagine that there
Sorry,
will be
sorry, you
the
imagine?
usual. No, what I mean is,
You do know about this broadcast, don't you, Prime Minister?
I'm sure I did. But Julia and I have no secrets from each other. We don't memorize each other's bloody diaries either. As my old mum used to say, if you wanted to get a job done quick, don't get bogged down in the pew. What else you got?
Sorry?
Only cards, what else? A little piece of my life do you want to rustle through? Get out, reform the last. Ta. Ah, come on. Come on.
Okay. What music do you listen to when you work out?
Well, Gail tells me that I work out to Little C, but I have absolutely no fucking idea who that is. Do you think the C stands for?
It stands for collaborative, Prime Minister.
Yeah, that was my mistake, that's it.
How's rationing affecting you?
It's hard, but we get by. You just have to learn to get by on the basics. Take comfort in each other. I've got Mrs. C and many a fine single malt. I want for nothing. So for a decent night's sleep, of course.
Ooh.
Prime Minister, thank you for joining us. When we come back, it's time for the Culture Spot with Lil C and a world premiere performance of her new song. I genuinely
He's
can't
getting
wait to
mad.
hear that. We'll be back after this. 1 minute back, everybody.
I completely forgot to put the.
Happens when you wander from the car.
I don't think you knew about her statement.
I don't think anyone's supposed to know. When you mentioned that Bozeman's
I
face
completely
to the car, I think
forgot
you call it
about
embolism. Bozeman.
the commercials.
Which we never
Oh my
had.
god, good thing I
Suppose the
got it
car
like
to
last
our
minute.
window,
Who's Lil C?
which wasn't just us, man.
Who's Lil C?
You winding me up.
What? I'm civilized. I read books.
E. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was really bad. That was hard. That was like going back and forth, and like I couldn't, because you know you see like the lights on like this thing.
You'll no doubt have spotted the updated mixing desk. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters, and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Okay. Yeah. What I was saying, it was hard because I was doing this the signal while they were talking, and like I had to keep switching, and I had to like just listen. I didn't even had to like look at it anymore. It was hard. Yeah, this thing was hard. Like it was annoying. Chlamydia.
I've never heard of her before.
She's big, really big.
Really? She any good?
Nah, of course not. Good dog shit. My kids go mad for her. Absolutely.
5 and 10 seconds. Hang on, Colin, you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7, I think.
Six.
What?
What? 6 or 7?
4, 3.
9, 0. Boop.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest.
know how much.
She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Month before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C.
That's the sound of excellent work.
May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
And my manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
Wow, is that healthy?
Oh, well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together, it hit shelves this summer
What?
and it just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really, it was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course, I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
Uh-huh. So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing like nicer underwear, you know, for the paparazzi, but as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again?
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon, after the last one?
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview. See, this is called Cry for Help and it's going to be in all the best high street and retailer shops and it's out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Ooh, there she goes. Blimey. All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands of girls would do anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
Well, you know you don't have to do this though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slapped me around the arse. I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I'd sit in front of the radio,
practice.
and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette, but then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practicing again.
Oh, sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough, and sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, make Quagler proud and you might just survive childbirth.
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it,
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. You know what, it's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
All right then, well you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Whoa, so here's Lil C with an exclusive first performance of her new track, These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
It's the Force's favorite, the queen of teams, here to break in your blockades, Lil C.
Oh baby, can't you see I'm hungry? There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat you're packing, only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy, I got no agenda. Just want the team and me, no dirty foreign member. Don't stop no morning drill, there's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no Vickers daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So let them try and break our dream. We fight and love and die a team. So what a Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy. I wanna see some action. So come and break my sanctions. I've been this wild and free since Mama burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, these babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and flip me over, grab my hair, rip off my clothes and dump them there? I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
So uncomfortable on what was happening. So who wouldn't?
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will. I'd like to thank Lil C for doing that. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love. We'll be back right after this.
And we're out.
What? She's like, what it was that?
Can I just say, thank you so much for letting me do this. It really means a lot to me, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what? Good luck for the future. Take care of yourself. This industry can be crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Watch out for that father of yours, won't you?
Oh, no. I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to have that certain perspective. You know what it's like.
Oh, right.
And Michael? Michael?
What about Billy Bob Jean Short? Is he?
Oh, my dad. He's such a sweetheart. We both had the same agents, you know, like it just made sense. Both of us for our image together.
Wow.
And Michael, I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. If they say for your pleasure, I'm going to stop needing it.
What? Okay, so I guess she was all it was a lie.
You to use all 4 of the sound effects to help things along. Try and pick the most appropriate one at each given moment. The actors
Well, the
can't hear
fact
what you're
is,
doing, so
Jen,
I'm
there
trusting
weren't
you
enough
to make the
flowers in
right
my
choices.
dressing room.
There were exactly 12,
Gotcha.
as it said in your rider.
Do I look like the sort of person who counts things? No, not anymore. I'm better than that now.
He got
I'll tell you
changed.
what,
The
just
algebra dude
adding flowers
changed.
until it feels like 12. Got it?
Absolutely, right away. 10 seconds.
She's annoyed. Oh, he's such...
5, 4, 3.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board. It stars some top talent and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys!
Actually, I've dropped the algebra. I go by Jeff DePoon now. How'd you like that?
Yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh.
It's shit.
And how does Angela feel about all this? Your wife?
Ah! God, no. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy. You make hay while the sun shines. You wring every penny you can get out of this. So I wheeled him down to the transition centre, got out my typewriter and started clacking. Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Excellent, you're a natural. Keep it up.
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh, morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh, Ray, it's those young louts. They've vandalised my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar at closing time.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive members of the community. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock. See? Works like a charm.
What a lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow! Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What? This one? Oh, so you're right. Here it is.
It's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda. She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers?
Oh, no. It's Brad. He's the coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We don't want any of your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What? Did you say tutoring?
That's right. Maths is very important. Would you mind, Ray?
Not at all.
So you, a young person, have been spending your time helping others and not just urinating on churches or huffing glue?
Hey, I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are and not on your actions.
No doy.
So it wasn't you who vandalised my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of a chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Could you speak up there? I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray. Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
What is happening? It is an earthquake. Oh, was that an explosion though? I see a jet there passing by. What was that? Huh.
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board, but we are receiving some breaking news. I'm being told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be
Oh no.
what appear to be nuclear explosions in 4 major foreign cities. Initial estimates put the death toll into...
Oh God.
They put them into millions. I'm being told we're experiencing some power shortages as a result, so apologies for the interruption. And apparently we can go live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury any moment. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent. We have similar devices in 58 other urban centres.
Oh, they're evil.
And will not hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met in full and without delay.
No, we're gonna disrupt it.
The people of our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade. You are to remove it immediately. We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender.
What?
Your territories will be taken under our control. We will install replacement governments to ensure that your citizens become part of the new future. Your borders are now our borders. Your people are our people.
No.
Finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed. But for your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them. Allow me to be crystal clear. If you fire a single shot at our territory, or harm a single one of our citizens, we will not hesitate to detonate further devices. You will not find them, but no doubt you are already searching for them. Our technology is decades ahead of yours. We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms by midnight tonight.
That is crazy. Fight the power!
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important. So many of you may be surprised to learn that I have a brother. His name is David. And right now I can't get his stupid face out of my head.
Damn.
He's a researcher and he's currently travelling the continent for work. And I don't know where he is right now. And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news, and you also have loved ones on the continent. in Urkistan or Havia or San Palmerino or Konislava, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago.
Fight the power!
So when I tell you I know how you are feeling tonight, believe me, I do. But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear and darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn. We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet, but together we will find out. And I will be here every night.
Siege survival kit.
Feeling what you are feeling. And with your help, maybe we can all get to that brave new world. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
Boop.
And we're out.
Oh, damn.
Got people ringing round, but the telephone networks are overloaded. We'll find him.
Do we know exactly which cities were hit, or?
Megan. We will find him.
Damn. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, God. Come on. It always leaves us in a cliffhanger. That was good. That was really good, though. Holy crap. That episode 2 was crazy. Jeremy killed himself. Holy crap. And then a war literally just started. That is crazy. Alright, so we gotta side with the rebels. We gotta side with rebels. Gotta fight advance now. Can I skip this? There we go.
This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex. And we need your help. We're so proud to be here today on this, the 500-day anniversary.
It's time to choose. Alex, whose side are you on?
After all, doesn't your family deserve a good, nutritious meal in these difficult times?
But before we go, one final thought.
I can't wait for the next. What? Whoa. Did you just say Jeremy? Was Jeremy alive? Oh my god, that is crazy. Alright. I really want to replay this game all over again. I'm probably gonna like do it after. But that is crazy. There's so much like new things to it. Oh my god, when is the new
Hi, I'm Alex.
Oh, there we
I'm
go.
Andy.
And I'm Den. Jay, we said Zoom backgrounds.
Oh, sorry, boys.
We're the developers of Not for Broadcast, and we want to thank you so much for supporting our little game so far.
We're now 2/3 of the way through the story.
But as we film this in January 2021, the UK is back in lockdown.
We don't know when we'll next be able to film with a full cast and crew.
So once again, we have to ask you to please be patient with us.
And if you want to talk to us in the meantime,
come chat with us on Discord at discord.gg/notforbroadcast.
We stream on Twitch every first and third Thursday of the month at twitch.tv/NotGamesUK. We always check the Steam forums for any suggestions or problems you may have.
And we read every Steam review, even the horrible ones, because your opinion matters to us.
So all that remains to say is thank you so much for playing our weird little game.
And
see you in episode 3. Probably.
Hey. Episode 3. We're waiting for that last episode.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson.
Sure, let's check it out. Yeah, it was bad. At least I got like the hang of it though. All right, I'm gonna play it again, but I'm not gonna record it because.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson.
But
our main headlines
I
tonight.
really want to know what's out, like what's happening, like different like outcomes.
Every single one
all
of
that
these a
stuff.
bit Jesus.
But yeah, that is crazy. Okay,
What a wild ride.
but yeah, guys, that was crazy. That's a lot of things that just happened in that episode 2. There was a lot. Jeremy passed. Basically, the war started and there was a nuclear explosions. Advance literally took over. So we should have sided with the rebellion. So now we're siding with them. But yeah, I'll still post for episode 3, but like what they say, they don't know when episode 3 is gonna come out. But if you guys just want to talk to me or like, you know, just see when I usually upload, just subscribe, you know, share this video, like, also follow me on Twitch. I'm most likely gonna be there most of the time, but it's just gonna be, the schedule's gonna be weird. But yeah, guys, that was a crazy episode. But that was crazy. That was really crazy. But yeah, subscribe, like, share, follow me on Twitch. I should be online there now probably. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode of this one, or the next game that I post on YouTube, or I'll see you guys in Twitch. Just follow me. Just follow me. We'll talk there. We can talk about stuff like animes, games, whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about. It's like kind of like a Discord, but like, you know, I talk to you guys. But yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, or in Twitch. See ya.